Today, I'm going to show you how to make a custom GPT that outputs high converting thumbnail prompts every single time. You will be able to build yours from scratch or just steal mine. Here's the thing, everyone uses AI like it's a toy. I use it like a system. This custom GPT is like having a full-time thumbnail strategist on call. One that speaks your language, knows your rules, and never forgets formatting. And you can do the same fast. This specific GPT is called the social media thumbnail creator. We're going to show the first example. All you have to do for this thumbnail creator is put in a title and a description. We're going to make it difficult to stress test this bad boy. So title, we'll say, I love cookies. Description, put something like, ever. Let's see what it produces. So for this prompt, it pushes out a prompt paragraph, the style and layout notes. You can see it has lighting, mood, emotions, camera angle, background, color palette, composition, text, and a symbol overlay. I also gave it parameters where there's a safe zone and a font style, the ones that are usually used in the viral YouTube videos. The image is going to take a little bit longer than usual because it's so detailed. Boom. That's not looking too shabby. Let's try another one. Title, these are the best 10 tips for making money. Description, the easiest way to make money. So what's awesome right here is you can copy and paste this to any prompt generator and see what it pushes out. The structure of this gives all the detail that it needs to give outputs looking like this. If you have sloppy prompting, you'll probably get sloppy outputs. Val, look at that. Is that good or what? Just based on a title. And this is an image, pretty clean for about like 2-3 minutes of work. We're going to start from scratch, no code, no tech headaches. So we're going to click on the left panel here. We're going to click on GPTs. When you see it, you'll see this screen right here. Let me go ahead and close that up to the left-hand side. You'll see this right here. And in the top right-hand corner, you'll see My GPTs and Create. We're going to go ahead and click on that Create button. When we click on the Create button, we have two options here. At the top, you'll see Create and Configure. Create is the easier way, and if you're just starting out, you could probably just prompt something fairly easy to get a simple build, but we're going to do a specialized one where we're going to go on the back end and we're going to configure it ourselves. Right here, we're going to go with name, description, instructions, conversation starter, recommendations for model. What that is we have a couple of options on what type of brain, what type of model you want your agent to have. This is the legacy model, the old one that we've been using a couple of months back. GPT-5 is the new flagship model. GPT-5 Thinking is the one that takes a little bit longer. Here you can give your custom GPT some capabilities. Web search is when you allow your GPT to search online. We have our canvas here when we have to make documents or specific files outside of the prompt thread. So it's like a little mini window within the prompt thread. Right here is code interpreter and data analysis. This is for like Excel sheets, MD files. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about that, but you can also click that on. Right here is the create new actions, and this is more on the developer side. You can add certain API keys to do something a little bit more specialized, but we're not going to go into that. I went ahead and gave it a name. I just put in social media thumbnail creator. Right here is the important part, giving the proper instructions. This is where prompt engineering is super important. So right here, I'm going to copy and paste the one that I use for that image generator. I learned this style from Nate Herc and his community. You should check him out. He's awesome at making workflows. He's a little bit more technical. Go check him out. So for this image generator, I have the overview, the objectives, the inputs, the key elements of the expertise of this agent. And right here, I have specialized instructions on how to run this agent. The reason why this is important is because it structures out the output of what you want your GPT to do. That's why it's so detailed. I even gave it examples. So right here, you can put a description. There you go. There's my description. I make thumbnails. You can upload files for the GPT to reference, but for right now, we're just going to have this basic build out. The conversation starters are when people open up your GPT or when you open up your GPT. It's the basic questions that you would normally ask it. You don't have to have any, but you can always put it in. I just put one in for an example. Help me make a thumbnail. So before everything, test it out, then create. But as you go along, I would suggest saving as you go. As you can see, help me make a thumbnail showed up as one of the conversation starters right here. Now let's test it out. We'll go with a title. We'll make it super hard for this one. I'll just say, you know, and for the description, we'll see what it looks like. We have our safe zones right there. We got the fonts that we need. We got the aspect ratios to make sure all the text stays within the image. It's taking a little time to generate. And here we go. Here is the image that we have. Not too bad. And using it, all you have to do is just put in a title and description. We'll go ahead and we'll click on create. You can share it with anyone with a link, or you can put it just for you. You can also put it in the GPT store. Go ahead and click save, boom, and you have your own custom GPT. After you save, you can click on the left panel right here. And again, you'll see it in the GPT tab. You can click on my GPTs on the top right and you'll see it all right there. If this saved you time or sparked an idea, drop a like. If you want to skip the setup and you just want to get the template, you can click on the link below. You can plug it in and get your GPT up and going in minutes.